Now, great Coach Carl, thanks for showing me all this. Now what the fuck, how do I change it all? Well, until you can accept the reality that you're a gift and you are fucking powerful, forget about changing it. If you can accept that, there's a roadmap. If you want a new lover, girlfriend, wife, there's a roadmap for that. I'll show you how. If you want to start dating again, there's a roadmap for that. I'll show you how. If you want your children back and to have custody and no bitterness with your ex, there's a roadmap for that. I can teach it to you. If you want to rebuild your business 6, 7, 8 figures wherever it was before, I can promise you there's a roadmap. There's hundreds of roadmaps. One of them will work for you. But I'm asking you right now that you take a very manly, deep leap to mount your comeback. And if you go there fully, I will guide the way. I've got the map. I've got plenty. One will work for you. It's not an if, it's a when. But you got to be with me 110%. If you're willing to take that leap, let's discuss what it really looks like. Because this is the fun part. You've earned your way back. You've shedded the armor, you shedded the shit, you let go of the shame and the guilt and the disappointment, whatever was there. You accepted reality. And that's what has to happen. Because let me tell you, the men out there that are the know-it-alls, that have all the right answers, they're the ones that never make a comeback. Because they'd rather be right that they know something than be the guy who has results. That's the difference. Be the guy who wants results. Be the guy who wants to be known for making a comeback and getting his destiny. And the first thing we have to take a look at is what I call accepting reality. So in order to architect the perfect comeback, the first thing we have to do is have a reality check. Some type of inventory. And what I mean by inventory is this. Where are you really? If I say, come to New York, meet me there, there's a few things you're going to need in order to do that. Number one, the most obvious one is a what? No, it's not a car. The most obvious answer is you need to know where you are in order to get to me in New York or California or wherever I am. You've got to know where you are, not in your head, brother, because that's where all the problems are that got you in the setback or the divorce or failure in the first place. You've got to know exactly where you are. Your strengths, your skills, your passions, your money, your wealth, your opportunities, your partners, the business, the cash flow, the sales, the marketing. Where are you really? That's being a man on top of his game. And women everywhere are searching for that man because most men have no plan or direction for what they're doing or where they're going. Be in reality. I can tell you, if you're willing to be radically honest, oh my God, everything gets so much better. Almost instantaneously, everything gets better. Because now you can do something about it. And men, we're all about doing stuff. We're all about doing about it. So we have to look at what's the reality. And if you're willing to do that, you're going to mount your comeback. You're already on the road right now to mounting that comeback. So check this out. Purpose. The biggest fear that men have after they have failed is what? Not failing again. And so what happens, we become bungee cords. We get really close to success and then we pull it back. Or we don't even bother going down that path. Oh, I dated a girl like that, never do that again. Oh, I tried that nanny, never do that again. I tried that business and industry, I'll never do that again. And so we start putting up all these blocks. Your purpose has to be so clear and so strong that it will move all the blocks out of the way for you. That's the difference. Your purpose will naturally shatter all the blocks in your way. Your why has to be at an all-time high. You have to ignite it in a whole new way to mount your comeback. Because if you want to dominate your path effortlessly, activating your masculinity, your raw natural purpose is going to do that. You will start to achieve results effortlessly because of that. Okay, so we have reality, purpose, and the next one is identity. Earlier I said, you participated in your divorce or failure. It's not something that happens to you. Setbacks aren't things that happen to you. You're responsible in some way, shape, or form, whether you believe it or not. I've done this enough, I can say you are. If you keep charting the path and try to make your comeback, or try to get your wife back or the kids back, and you haven't shifted your identity can only recreate what's already happened. So the fear you have that you might end up chasing another rabbit hole, dead end, or you might end up losing more money or losing love and you don't want to do that again because it hurt, you should have that. Because if you don't shift this, I can promise you, you'll recreate the past again. And you'll try to manipulate it and massage it so it doesn't look like the past, except you're pretty much doing the same stuff and feeling the same stuff as you did in the past. And this, you cannot do alone. You don't have to be alone on this one. You can't shift your identity alone because you just can't. No one does. You may not even see it, know where to look. But that identity was some inauthentic guy you made up and thought you should be, had to be, wanted to be, all because something happened, someone hurt you. You shift your identity, you instantly shift everything in your life. If you understand this, you shift everything in your life. Like you clear the table and then we start building. Just like that. It's the ultimate way to set man on fire. You will be experienced by other people. Like, what happened to you? You're like completely different. I can feel you. You walk into a room, everybody knows you're the most relevant man in that room. And you're instantly respected. Why? Because you're on purpose. You watch most guys walk in a room and it's like they have no direction, very little energy. Their vibe isn't magnifying. That's what will happen when you shift your identity, okay? From there, we get to do something really cool. We get to do fun stuff like rebrand, repurpose, cash flow, and then we're going to put together a productivity plan. That's how mounting your comeback works. And you can do it like clockwork. It will happen like clockwork. I'm going to show you later on in this training video how I run my house and now 5 kids with the 6th one on the way, and 3 businesses, and travel, and still have date night and plenty of sex with my partner. And we still have 2 to 3 hours a day together to do whatever we want. And we still pick up the kids from school. Like, you get to have it all, but you have to have the framework and to embody the purpose to hold it all together. Because the biggest challenges men have is, how do I have it all? And how do I keep it all together? And the answer is purpose and a productivity plan. And most of all, teamwork. Like, I've got a great team. I've got the best team supporting me. And you've got to have that too. Look, if anything I've been saying has resonated with you, whether it's my energy, my big ears, whatever, you like what's on the board, you get it. You know it's time to mount your comeback. If you've suffered a business loss, failure, divorce, setback, lost the love of your life, want to change custody, new lover, whatever, there's an opportunity for you to do it. On this screen, you can click the link below. Schedule a 30-minute time to speak with me one-on-one. And during that time, we're going to look at a couple of things. We're going to, what's your vision? What happened? What's the strategy to mount your comeback? And if necessary, what would it look like for us to work together one-on-one? You owe it to yourself to mount a comeback. Your kids need it. Your wife needs it. Your future kids and wife need it. So let's go create it. Let's have a blast with it. I'll meet you soon.